There's no bigger name in the town at a time like this than our guy.
We just saw his house. It's as big as Curability.
It's the longest driveway in South Australia. Mark Ricciuto, Adelaide champion. Roo, it's great to have you with us on 360. Welcome.
Yeah, it's good to be here in September talking about the Crows for a change, but it's going to be absolutely huge. I know for a fact there's so many people missed out on tickets the other day when they went on sale. I think a couple of 100,000 people trying to get 50,000 tickets. There was a lot of people that missed out and a lot of disappointed people, but they broke the record in the last game that they played a few weeks ago. I reckon they might break it again tomorrow night. It looks like conditions are going to be perfect and, you know, it's just absolutely primed to be a big game, isn't it?
So, biggest night of footy in your town since the prelim of 2017. That's what it feels like we walk into.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's pumped. Everyone's ready to go. Look, there's been a bit of a downer since the Izak Rankine incident a few weeks ago, but I know that he's been back in town yesterday and he's chatted to the boys. I think the players are in a very good mindset and they're ready to go. So we know Collingwood are going to bring the heat. They always do on the road. They love travelling. They love playing at Adelaide Oval as well. So they're not going to be frightened about coming over to Adelaide. So it's going to be another close one. I can't see it being a blowout, that's for sure.
You mentioned Izak there, Roo, and you're obviously an office holder at the club. How did you feel he handled last night when he returned to the country and made his public apology?
Yeah, personally, I think he did a really, really good job. You know, he owned the mistake. He knows it was his mistake. He knows he didn't do the right thing at all. You know, a lot of people could argue about whether he should have done it before he went away or when he got back. He chose to do it when he got back. He obviously wasn't in the right frame of mind to do it before he left, but I thought it was... he did a great job last night and, you know, he's very, very sorry for what he did. He was extremely nervous in the press conference. He didn't have any notes. He did it off the cuff, and I personally thought he did a great job. And, you know, as I said, he's spoken to the boys today. I think he'll speak to the AFLW side as well. And then he'll get on with trying to help the guys win throughout the finals. I know it's better for him if they lose tomorrow night and still get to a grand final, but I'm pretty certain he'd be happy if they win as well tomorrow night and keep moving forward in September.
Well done, Roo. Put your Adelaide Crows cap on here, not your Fox Footy cap. I want to talk about you as a person that's involved with the footy department, making the appointment of Matthew Nicks, just holding the line. It's been, you know, it hasn't been smooth sailing, but and I've spoken to you a lot about this in recent times, that the faith has been really strong.
Yeah.
How confident are you that they'll be able to handle this occasion tomorrow night?
Yeah, there's been a bit of commentary, Gary, hasn't there, about whether you need finals experience to do well in the finals. But, you know, back when I played in 1997 and 1998, they didn't have it and they did it then. And I think Richmond were pretty good in 2017 when they knocked off the Crows as well. And one thing that the Crows have done this year is they've exceeded expectations all year. They come from 15th last year. There wasn't high expectations at the start externally. I know internally they were definitely shooting pretty high. But what they've been able to do is keep adapting and changing. They couldn't win on the road at the start of the year. They started winning on the road. They couldn't beat top 8 sides for a fair while either. Then they started beating top 8 sides. Their defence wasn't good at the start of the year. Now they've got one of the best defences in the competition. They've had some big games, none bigger than the Collingwood game a few weeks ago, and they've been able to do that. They haven't won close games prior to this year as well, and they've won a few this year. So I think they've had quite a few big tests this year already, and they've stood up and done really well in them. So that's as good a preparation as you could have for a final. So that doesn't worry me at all about, you know, can they step up in big games? I think they've shown they can this year.
The additional piece on a big night is Taylor Walker reaching game 300, which is the game's most revered milestone, one that you know, Roo. What has he meant to Adelaide as he reaches this accolade?
Look, he will now go down as one of the greats of the Adelaide Football Club. You know, what he's been able to achieve over his whole career has been magnificent. I've really loved what he's been able to do over the last 4 or 5 years. you know, he's had a lot of difficult times throughout his career, but probably none more difficult than the last 5 years, you know, or even the last 8 years, really, with the grand final loss, the fallout from that, the camp the year after, dealing with that, going through a rebuild, having a side down the bottom of the ladder. You know, he was ageing at the same time. It's really hard to be a good forward in a bad side. You know, he had a couple of lean seasons, and then he's adapted, and I reckon he's really grown as a person. And you know, the football he's produced the last few years has been fantastic, and I think he's exceeded everyone's expectations even this year. He's still a very important cog in the side. You know, when he's out there, they walk taller when he's out there. So he's had a fantastic year, but he's loved by everyone. He's one of the most popular Crows ever. There's been a few of them, but he's right up there. You know, he's a country boy. He's a bit of a larrikin. He loves a beer. He loves a prank. He loves a laugh. He is absolutely fantastic with supporters, young and old. You know, there's none better. He'll have a photo. He'll sign a jumper. He'll send a video message whenever you ask him. So he's really, you know, he's made some mistakes. We know that, and he's owned them as well. But apart from that, he's nearly the perfect footballer at the football club. So, you know, everyone loves Tex. You know, I see him every week on Triple M. You know, everyone loves him there as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be... And that's another reason why tomorrow night's going to be huge. It'll be jam-packed. I think he'll play a good game in his milestone game. The good players usually step up and try and play well, and I think he'll do that tomorrow night.
We will see you there. You'll be down with Eddie Betts on the boundary, so enjoy it.
All right, thanks very much, guys. Have a good night.
Good on you. Mark Ricciuto.
He had to get going. By the time he gets home and walks down that drive, he wants to be at the start of first crack, which is 40 minutes. So we had to let him go.
Lovely. He referenced there the press statement made last night by Izak Rankine as he returned to the country.
I want to start by saying how deeply sorry I am. For what I said, there was no excuse. It was wrong, and I take full responsibility. I'm disappointed in myself, and I know I've let a lot of people down. I want to apologise to anyone that I've hurt, offended. I understand that word is offensive, it's harmful, it's hurtful, and it has no place in our game or our society. I am in no way a victim, but by going away it's given me the space to reflect and educate myself to understand the weight of my mistake. And I'm fully committed to bettering myself in that area. In the next few days, I'll be standing in front of my teammates, the AFLW, and apologising to them personally, as they deserve this at the very least. From here, all I can do is put my head down, work hard, support my teammates in the best way I can, and show through my actions that I'm growing and learning from my mistake. More than anything, I want this club to succeed. So I'll be doing everything I can to gain everyone's trust back and have a positive impact on society and my supporters. Thank you.
It couldn't have been more heartfelt and raw. No notes, no sparing himself.
Yep.
For 2.5 weeks in, I thought he handled his moment pretty well.
Yeah, it's landed heavy. So he's going through a tough time. And Tex Walker's the template. So if Isaac's looking for inspiration, and Mark alluded to it, Tex had a racism issue that was, you know, really challenging for all of the people involved, particularly, you know, the Indigenous community. And I'm told that Tex has gone over and above to do exactly what Izak has said that he needs to do. So now we sit back, and I think we're all in for a redemption story. And I'm happy for Izak now to go about and do what he says he wants to do, and I won't be judging him any differently than what I would. We all make mistakes. He's made a bad one, but he'll hopefully, and that gives me great confidence that he will learn from it.